Of course. That goes back to like I wouldn't even give them hints. Just say, open the pickle jar. Do this for me.
Yeah.
That way the guy goes, we want to be wanted, right? I would love to do that. Let's go.
Want to be needed.
Yeah, you want to be needed. So you go like, yes, I will do whatever, open the proverbial pickle jar for you, and I'll feel good. I'll treat you better. We'll be happier together.
Okay.
Openness.
Because that's the theory this comes for. It literally tells women, like the pickle jar theory is literally being like, little tasks. They go, give it to them.
Yeah.
Just give it to them.
We walk out of the kitchen like fucking, you know what I mean, with our shoulders jogging. We finally feel like a man, not the scared little boy that we are. I'm going to cry after this.
Did your wife not let you open the pickle jar, Kevin? Did you know
she got those big German hands.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shooters Gotta Shoot. I am your host, Eric Aspira, and I've got a great guest for you guys this week, as always. But first, if you're watching on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, baby. All right, we're at 2K. We're doing great things over here, all right? And if you're listening to us and you want to watch us, go ahead to the YouTube page. And if you want to support the show, as always, you can join the Patreon, which is patreon.com/ShootersGottaShoot. There's over 100 extra episodes over there, and you guys get to vote, help me decide who comes on the show, what questions we do, all that good stuff. So, patreon.com/ShootersGottaShoot. Help your girl out, because I just got laid off. Woo woo! Where's my layoff gang? Where are they? Oh my God, life's great. Life's great. I would like to stay in the studio. Please join the Patreon. Anyway, without further ado, hit it, Fonzie.
3, go! Hey, hey, hey.
Ooh, I've got a hot one this week, guys. The OG from Philly, one of my dear friends. You might know him from the Are You Garbage podcast. Put your hands together for Kevin Ryan.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me. This is fantastic.
Thank you for coming on.
This is great.
So excited to have you. As always, I like to start the show with a little shooting your shot story.
Sure.
And I know you've got an interesting one.
I do. I was never a real big shooting my shot kind of guy, if that makes sense. It was always like, I don't know, me and my friends, we never went out like trying to get chicks. We were just like real big alcoholics, if that makes sense. And it was like, if you got laid, you know what I mean? It was like very like...
But that's a move. You go out with a big group of fun people.
Sure.
It draws people in.
It does.
It does. For
sure.
guys, it does. Women, if it's too many of you,
nobody's
like,
coming. Well, why would any guy try to enter that force field?
No.
It's insane. Never. Yeah, no, that's my worst nightmare. But so I never really you would try whatever. I never really tried to put in game. I don't know. Just it was very strange. I was very timid too.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
In the age of social media.
Sure.
Before you were taken, you're now married, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I don't wear a ring though. I saw you look for the ring.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, is it only engaged?
So I can fuck chicks, you know what I mean? No. I don't I got one. I don't wear a ring. But I bought one when I was getting married, and it was like,
okay.
We put it together. My wife's from a different country, so it was like a very quick
yeah, blame that.
Yeah, I didn't buy her on the internet or anything too. I always feel like I have 90 Day Fiance vibes, you know what I mean?
A little bit, but I know you. You dated her a long time.
I did. We dated a long time. Yeah,
distance.
Of course. Yes.
She's from Germany.
She's from Germany originally, yeah.
And I remember hearing about this woman.
Sure, yeah.
We were kind of debating, is she real?
Is she real? Everybody. My mom was like, "You're what?" I remember I had to call my mom and be like, "Mom, I'm dating a girl in Germany." She's like, "What are you talking about, Germany?" I was like, "Yeah, it's whatever." So, I don't wear a wedding ring, because I bought it. It was like the last thing. It was like getting everybody to where they needed to be, and I just forgot. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. And I put it off until the day before. And I Amazoned one for like $8 to get delivered the day of the wedding. And I was like, I'll replace it when I fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like later on. And then I did a set like 2 days after my wedding. And I could hear it on the microphone, like clicking. And it just took, and I bombed so bad. And I was just like, I can never wear this again.
I get it.
Some people are like, like a lot of girls find it odd because they think I'm trying to hook up with other chicks.
Maybe, but it's funny because then there's men that aren't married that will wear a ring.
Because it says it attracts them, right?
Thinks it gets more, or it makes you less, I don't know, scary to talk to.
Sure, yeah, you're a little more approachable, a little more. And then, but what do you say?
Maybe.
hey, I want to cheat on my wife with you. Like, what's that? That scene. Like,
Just kidding.
I get that it gets them in closer, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
like you're a little more docile, I guess, but like, or less threatening. But then that's a bigger hurdle to jump, I feel.
Yeah, it's like, then what do you double down? You're like, oh, actually, we're splitting up.
She's dead or
like,
whatever. Like, what do you say? Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, either way, not. I don't advise for that move on the show.
Don't
We do
it.
talk moves.
That's
I
a
don't
wild
advise.
move. That's a wild move.
But my dad actually does not wear a ring because he has to wear gloves all the time at work,
Right,
latex gloves,
right.
And it would just stuff would always get caught in it and everything. So he has it. He has like a chain. He puts it on his chain.
I was thinking about doing that as well, but I'm not a jewelry guy. I don't wear watches.
But you don't see it. It's under his shirt.
It's true.
So it's still like, but it is that thing. My mom was like, yeah, he's never really worn one, but like she wasn't worried about it.
It's silly. Yeah, it's like women will be like, I can't believe you don't wear. I thought you were married. I can't believe you don't wear a wedding ring. And it's like, if that's gonna be the thing to deter me, a ring from sleeping with someone else, it's like.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a force field. You know what I mean? Like, it easily comes off. It's not like a...
Yeah.
I don't have my wife's name, like, tattooed on my chest or whatever that I have to, like...
Yeah, no. Not saying
not
you
be
have to.
removable. But
true. Yeah. If the ring is what's stopping you.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I got the ring. Like, I was about to. Then I looked down and I saw my wedding ring. I was like, no, I don't want to, ruin my family.
Or also stopping other people.
True. Yes.
Because it's like, there's plenty of men I know that are married that still get like some DMs.
Oh,
every
of
once
course.
in a while. And it's like, you can see my wife. You could see my girlfriend.
100%.
And it's like,
Yeah.
Everybody, real quick, we're sponsored today by SunsetLakeCBD.com. We got a promo code for you, SGS20 for 20% off. All right, perfect time to get a gift for anybody you like, love. They're also adding THC products to their website. It all comes straight from the farm in Vermont. It's cheap. It's easy. They got creams. They got gummies. They got the tincture drops. And you can use the promo code as many times as you want. All right, SGS20 for 20% off, SunsetLakeCBD.com.
Yeah. I don't really get the... I will every now and then, the DMs, but my wife's like such a big character on the show as well that it's like...
Oh, really?
It's like very... we call her the foreign investor because she gave us the money to open up the studio.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
I was going to say, okay, backtracking.
Sure, backtrack.
You started dating this woman how many years ago did you get together?
Jesus Christ, I think it was 2014 maybe.
Yeah, long time, right? And
Yeah,
essentially
that's about
before
right.
you were like making it at the level you are now.
Oh, way before.
Way before.
Way before. I met her at a comedy club. I was at the Stand, the old Stand comedy club that used to be over on 2nd Avenue or whatever it was. 3rd Avenue, whatever. And I wasn't on the show. This is when you go and hang out at a club to try to,
Get in.
be seen, or hey, get some FaceTime with the booker or the general manager or whatever. And I was there and we were just drinking. It was like a Friday or Saturday night. She was in town on like a 2-day layover. She had a layover in New York and then was like, oh, let's just make like 2 days of it or whatever. It was going to be like 8 hours. Like, fuck it, let's just push it back 2 days and hang out in New York. So she went to a comedy show. They were late for the comedy show, a whole thing. So they sat her at the bar next to me.
Oh.
Like, until the next show or something. She showed up like 20 minutes late. The door was closed. They were like, hey, wait till the next show.
Okay. And you were by yourself with a friend?
I was with a friend, yeah.
All right, nice.
So we're sitting there, we're hanging, and we're just like talking, just like, whatever. A little, but very little. Like, oh, is this your seat type thing? Whatever. She's also way out of my league, for sure. So it's like, I wasn't even like attempting to be like, maybe I have a shot,
Yeah.
So we we're sitting there, and then there was this old crazy lady was there who like did how like there's just those characters
Oh,
who like
I know.
she's like, honey, I do comedy, and she was like 85 years old from the Upper West Side, just like a crazy New York woman, big fur coat, like
I might know who this is. It's like, I think I know who this
she runs a
woman
good
is.
show. No, I don't know. I've never seen her before or after, I don't think.
Yeah.
But she comes up and she's like, hey, she's like hitting on all the guys, like that's her thing. Like, oh, honey, in my day, whatever, I'd suck your dick off or what. I don't know what she was, wild shit. And I just didn't want to talk to her because it was just like she was trapping everybody for like 10 minutes. So she goes, oh, how about you, honey? Are you single? And like pinched my cheek or whatever.
Oh.
And I was just sitting next to my now wife, and I was actually like, yeah, this is my wife, Stephanie.
Hilarious.
And she was like, oh, really? You got a good one to like her. So they started talking. So I just go, fuck this. I just peeled off. It was like, she's your problem. I'm out of here.
You left her with the crazy.
And she played along with it for like 5 minutes or whatever. So then this is me shooting my shot, which like I never do. This is I'm like a very uncool guy. I don't know. Don't let the fucking denim jacket fool you. Don't let the denim jacket and receding hairline fool you. I'm not that cool. So I'm like, you know what? All right. So I go get 2 beers and I'm like, hey, or whatever she was drinking or something. I don't know. I maybe just chose a beer and was like, hey, let me buy you a drink. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You jumped on the grenade. Thank you. Let me buy you a drink. And then we just started talking then. And I was like, oh, fuck, that kind of worked. But now I'm also in like no man's land where I'm like talking to this hot chick at the bar and I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like,
You're like,
then I start thinking about it. I'm like, oh, you're going to blow it, all that. Like, it starts in your head of like, I've never made it this far. You know when
this has never worked.
Exactly.
It's
you know,
never worked.
when you're playing like a video game or whatever and you get like really far, you get nervous. You're like, you get the ball, and I guess not for you, but like in bed, you get the ball, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, if you're on like a fast break, you're like, it's just too, and you miss the layup type thing. That's why I was like panicking.
You're like, everyone's watching.
Yeah, exactly. And now like because all my friends are there, so they're like, look at Kippy, strike out with the hot chick, and like all this stuff. So like I had all these eyes on me, but I guess I played it cool enough. To that point, we ended up hanging out that night.
Did she go to the show or skip it?
So I wasn't on the show.
Right.
So she was supposed to go to the midnight show, I guess, and she's like a bit of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. She's German, so they're like stern.
Yeah. Little cold.
Direct, cold people.
Little cold.
And oh man, I forgot about this. I had like remember those hats were kind of cool for like a year back then. It was like 2014 or whatever. It was like the Alaska hats, or it had like the thing deer you would strap.
Oh,
they were selling them at like H&M,
Yeah.
and everybody had like
It's like a safari hat. Yeah.
kind of, and it had like the fur here, and like it was black, like a
the
pilot,
warm ones.
the warm one, like a
Oh, I know what
pilot
you're talking
cap
about.
or what. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Yeah. They're like a lumberjack hat.
Yes,
Yeah.
very similar. I had one of those that I bought like the day before, whatever, and it was the first time I was wearing it, and I was like, hey, what do you? I remember being like, what do you think of my hat? You know what I mean? Like, you like my cool hat or whatever? She goes, I think that's a hat you're trying to wear, and you don't have the confidence to wear it. I was like,
my God.
I was like, damn, you just saw like all the way through my soul, like straight through, fucking killed me. So then she's like, we're talking. She's like, are you a comic? I go, I am. She goes, are you on the show tonight? And I wasn't because I wasn't passed at the club. You know what I mean? I wasn't passed at the club, so I can't be like, no, I'm not funny enough to work here or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, not tonight, whatever.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, do you perform here? I'm like, well, there's a lot of politics and you gotta hang out, you gotta show face, And she goes, oh, so you're not funny enough. I'm like, fuck this.
Wow.
I'm like, this woman fucking sucks. You know what I mean? But that's how a comic would talk to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a comic would be like, oh, she was very cutting at the time, but when you're trying to spit game and look cool, she keeps pulling the rug out from under you. You know what I mean?
You're like, I don't think she's into this.
But
Or she is.
But she is. I don't know. It really had me upside down in like what I
Yeah.
thought was I knew what I was doing. I guess, which kind of made it more exciting or whatever. So we hung out that night. That was like my first real with her, like shooting the shot of like, let's fucking. So then I kissed her outside. Went in for the kiss.
Oh, okay.
With a real cheesy line.
Oh,
real cheesy.
What was it?
We were both kind of drunk at that point. I think we were smoking, or like I was outside smoking. I don't know. And she was like, what are you thinking of? Or something. I was looking at something, or she's like, oh, what's that look you have in your eye or something? I'm like, I'm trying to think about what our first kiss is going to be like.
Oh.
Yeah, real cheesy, but it worked. I got this broad. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I like throwing it out there in a flirty way.
Well, it's also one of those things. It is like flirty, and it also lets you know where you stand.
It does.
You know what I mean? That was like also a big thing like in college, which seems I guess I'm sure the college kids that are out partying are doing it. Like you would just go like dance with girls at bars, right?
Yes.
It's probably not the
blindly.
Best. Yes.
No asking.
No,
just
just
show
go.
up.
And they would turn around and go, all right, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, cool.
No, you give your friend thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
That's what you do as a woman.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, cute, stay.
Exactly. So it was one of those, you find out where you stand real quick. There's no like, so I was like, am I going to kiss this girl or whatever? And she said, yeah, we did. I don't know. She still makes fun of me for that line to this day.
She gave off hard permission slip energy.
100%.
Like you were like, I'm gonna need to test her on this.
Sure, of course. So now I even think about having to shoot my shot with a lady. Like I have friends that are single, and it's like
Terrifying.
the scare. Like I say, to convince another woman to see me naked is like seems to be the biggest thing to accomplish in the world.
It's
crazy.
So funny because that's step like 20 for us. It's
Sure,
like really
yeah.
it's just will this person have a drink with me?
Really?
Because that's why to me it hurts so much to get rejected a bit. Even though I'm all for
Sure.
shooting your shot out. I tell women on the show, do it. Who gives a fuck? But it's very like I've had that more when you have someone that you're kind of friends with, and you're like, hang on, you're like, this is fun. They seem fun.
Sure.
Maybe I'll try to hang out with them outside the group.
Uh-huh.
You throw that shot. You're like, hey, if you want to get a drink sometime, and they're like, no. You're like, what? You don't want to? Like, is it that bad? You wouldn't hang with me for an hour and just feel it out? You know what I mean?
That's tough. Yeah,
because you're just like, but we just did that. It just was unofficial.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You know, you're like, this drink was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a preview, pretty fun.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, so it's like, it's funny that you're like, I got to convince them to see me naked. And I'm like,
well, just even
first
like,
it's just be alone with you.
Well, then, it's true. It's true. Well, I guess I think of like, that to me is the hardest feat of, or is, I guess, the end goal, right?
Yes.
Because at this point, by no means am I looking for anybody. But if I wouldn't be looking for a relationship. If I was going to shoot my shot, it would be, this is hard, but to cheat on my wife. You know what I mean? But I'm not like, hey, do you want to hang out? Let's have fun. It would be more like, and I see people, like I have friends, we'll be like out drinking or whatever, and they're like, well, I'm going to go up to that girl. And I'm like, you're drunk. You're an idiot. What are you talking? I can be like, it's so funny too now that I'm like so removed from like, you know, spitting game or whatever the kids are calling it nowadays, to see like how unaware dudes are in those moments of like you're drunk at a bar and they're like, I think I'm gonna go talk to those girls over there. I'm like, don't do it. Like you have, it's like you're sweating, your ball, like you have no real thing to provide that group of people. You know what I mean?
I like that though, because it's God, there was some study that came out and it was like men 99% of the time are shooting their shot out of their league. And women are like so afraid to do that.
Really?
And it's like, what? It's like, why not?
Of course, yeah, why not? Everybody should be shooting their shot all the time. It is a very
like
vulnerable thing.
Most men shoot up.
Yeah.
They do shoot up.
Of course.
But it is astounding sometimes. Because, I mean, the scenario of like approaching in a bar, as much as I've been single for 10 years in the city, I have rarely really seen it happen.
Really?
Like see a guy like walk over to a girl, group of girls, whatever.
Yeah, I guess it typically starts with like if you're both at the bar and like ordering drinks.
Vicinity.
Yeah, like you're right there. You're like, oh, what are you drinking? Or like, oh, you come here. Like one of those like real bad.
I know.
It's so sad. And it takes, I'm very grateful to be married in the sense of like the energy that I see guys expelling. Like
time and
talking to girls,
yeah.
texting. I'm going here with them. I'm going to try to talk to this. And I'm just
brutal.
like, I just don't have the time or energy. I barely make it through my days as it is, let alone then like adding that. Or the anxiety of waking up hungover with a girl, like after a one night stand or something and being like, what the fuck? Like, these next 3 days are just going to be a horrible hangover.
I just had one of those, and it was because
tweet the deets.
Okay, I keep it respectful, but enough of I did James Corden right, but you have the taping.
Oh yeah, congrats! I texted you, but I want to say
did. No,
publicly
it's good.
congrats.
It's great. We're celebrating. But I filmed it, and it airs the next night. But obviously, you film it. It's a long day. I had like my two homies with me, so we go out after. We have a nice dinner, but we're like drinking. They start drinking when I'm there in the green room.
Are these
like
comics?
4 p.m. No, both not comics actually.
Yes.
Regular two gal friends. One's my childhood best friend Jordan. Other one, my homie Karina. And so we just go out. We're like, now it's time to have a ball.
Sure.
Right. And what's great too is Jordan's been in that long relationship. Oh man, it has been who knows how long since like we just went out. Got drunk, got into it, talked to do whatever, right? She didn't cheat. She's a loyal lady.
Sure.
But I pulled off probably the smoothest move I've ever had.
Lay it on.
And it's funny that I was like, man, Drunk Erica's got some ideas.
Sure.
I invited
Beer Kevin is the smartest man in the world. Serious. I got the most confidence. I'm the smartest.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It's you need to be the not too drunk. Just that little feeling good. Even like, because if I have a couple drinks, I'm like smiley, I'm more flirty, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have this energy naturally.
Yeah, because it shuts the machine down just enough to have fun. I have I have a friend who's like, he quit drinking because he's like, I only have, he's like, I never feel as good after like 2 or 3 beers. You know what I mean? Then it goes downhill. But I'm like, that comes back around like 13 and 14. You know what I mean? Like those. The second you get into double-digit drinks, you get real fun again. You know what I mean? Like, because you're not worried about anything else. So it comes back around. So keep drinking, kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
You get to the blackout point?
Yeah, exactly. Right before you black out, it's a lot of fun. You don't have a care in the world.
Yeah.
And you can still keep it together a little bit.
That's great. I love
I have
that.
a drinking problem.
I can't hold too. I'll puke, so I can't.
Really?
I can't go too high. I'll
Okay.
throw. I won't. Before I black out, I will throw up.
Mhm.
So that's not a cute look. But I invited this guy I knew in LA. I've just known for years, like someone, a friend. But I was always like, hey, he's cute or whatever. Because I was like, I think we're near his place. I don't know LA. I have no
Okay.
idea. I call this man. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll come out for a drink. So we're all drinking, we're having a good time.
Now, when you made the call, was that like in your head of like, this could be something? And if he says yes, then it's in the air type thing? Or you just, this is what I don't get about women. Are you like, let's just see if this guy wants to, because no dude ever texted a girl of like, maybe she just wants to chill and have a drink.
I really was in the middle. Put it this way. I was like, I would. I don't know if he would.
But you're aware that
Because we've hung out before, just friends.
hanging. Okay.
Yeah. And last time I was around him, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling the vibe.
Okay.
But drunk Edgar was like, I don't know. Come out. We're out.
Sure.
We're
I'm in.
celebrating.
Yeah.
Right? So he comes. We're having a great time. And then end of the night comes. We shut down the bar. We're outside. I just pull up my Uber app. I tap the destination address. I just hand him my phone.
Oh, wow.
I just was like, here you go.
That's a close right there.
Yeah,
Coffees
I
for
was like, holy
closers.
shit.
Cordons for closers.
Yeah. And I remember my friend watched me and he just did that. And then it was like, you go back to the hotel? And I was like, nope, I'm good. I was like,
wow.
I'll meet you in the morning.
And then was there anything said or he just...
well, he didn't say anything.
I
I just gave him the thing. He put in his
clicked-
address. It was like,
And then you
game
both got
done.
in the cab?
Yep.
That's hot.
That's
That
pretty
is
smooth.
Steamy.
But I remember
That's
in the
real
cab in my
good.
head being like, Erica, that was fucking
Were you
great.
guys making out in the cab?
I don't think so. I kind of don't remember.
I
bad?
I used to treat the back of a cab like a fucking Motel 6.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think we
was
got touchy.
crazy.
I don't remember making out in the cab.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's funny of like that night then, that talk about anxieties the next day, I'd just have flashes and I'd be like, what did I say? What did I do?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. That's
"Ooh,
the
okay."
worst. That's the worst.
I was like,
That's
I might
the
have been a
worst.
little aggressive. It had been a minute, but nice guy. You know?
That's great. Oh, that's awesome.
Is that great?
That's
The
a great move.
aggressiveness?
That's a great move. I love
That's
that.
smooth.
I'm real happy that we're experiencing some success this past year, and I'm so happy that I'm doing it married at 36 rather than like single 27. Just because it would crash in. Like at the end of the shows now, like we like instead of like texting chicks or like what or like trying to like. We're like, where can we get chicken fingers at this time? Like, we're literally
What's
like,
open?
we're like, is there an Applebee's open? Like, that's what we're looking to do. We're like, let's go have 3 drinks, then we'll go home to the hotel. That's literally what it is. Sometimes we just get beers and go sit in the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah, you just
I'm like,
wanna
I've
chill.
realized I'm old, and I'm like, I'm very happy that I don't have that. It's
Well,
caused me a lot less anxiety than I normally would have.
oh yeah. Well, like you said earlier, it's like the amount of time and energy it takes to find just base level dates.
Oh.
I think about it all the time where I go, man, I would have so much free time if I was just in a relationship. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like the procurement of new options, new opportunities.
that's what it is. It's like a job.
It really is. And not saying, obviously you got to have date night and all those things in your relationship.
Sure.
But there's no more like hunting and looking
Hunting's
for
a weird
people.
way to put it.
I don't know how to say it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's no
Trying
like
to trap someone.
I think my friend put it eloquently. She said the procurement of dick, the procurement
Yes.
of new dick
Yes.
is a hustle in itself.
Well, it's like I remember when I was doing that, I'd be on like Tinder or whatever, and it's like that's a job of like following up with this one because you're like trying to get, and then you're trying to get the phone number. Like it's like all just
yeah.
it's work. You're just on your phone. It's just work.
It's funny because there are a lot of men, right, that have your trajectory of like all of a sudden something finally hits. They have this thing that's successful. They have fans. They have women in their DMs, whatever. And those, it's like guys go either one way or the other. They go, thank God I found someone before all this.
Oh, that's where I'm at.
Right?
100%.
Or this is when suddenly people are like, babe, could we open the relationship? Because I've never had
that.
this.
Well, I think I got very lucky because I never wanted that. Like I said, like we
Yeah.
would go out. It would be like just to get fucked up and make each other laugh and have fun. Like if we get, if somebody got laid or there's a group of chicks of a friend like whatever, like great. But it was very never like there's those dudes like we'd be out of like in college like I'm trying to get my dick wet or what. I'm like what? That's like an insane way to start the night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
what's funny is usually when you have that mentality as a man, that's not when you get any.
Yeah, of course.
The key to getting laid is not wanting
yeah,
to get laid.
it's on you. It's like you're like
It's
you're too desperate. Yeah, yeah.
The same with women on a date. Like if you seem like you want a relationship too badly,
Very true.
Every
It's
guy's like,
whoa,
whoa.
I don't want. Yeah, let's pump the brakes a little bit because I don't
Right.
want to do something. Then yeah, of course.
Oh, I've pretended. This is probably bad. I've pretended to be visiting New York on dating apps.
Whoa.
Going on dates. People were so much nicer to me. They were so much more likely to like want to meet up all this like because
there's no future.
There was a no future pressure. But I would say, "Oh, I'm planning on moving to New York. I'm a comedian. I'm in town for the week." I would just lie and say that.
Wow.
So it'd be like
pretty
there's a
diabolical.
potential, but it's
but what if you hit it off
dumb.
and then you're like, I was lying to you? Is that what you would have to say at some point? That's like that's
I was
wedding
moving.
ring. That's the wedding ring. That's a bigger obstacle to be like, I was lying. I live down the street. Sorry, this is all based on a lie.
You
only got back to me because you thought I was from Cleveland.
But there's something of, like, it is tricking men in a sense because men, as they date, they're just like, their whole philosophy is like, yeah, if I met someone I really wanted to be with, then I'll be in the relationship. But they don't really sit there going, I want a relationship or I want to be a hoe phase. It's like,
sure.
It's almost like men are in hoe phase till they're like, oh, I like this girl. I'll date her for a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I never also had a real serious girlfriend leading up to my wife. It was like, I think I might have introduced one girl to my mom before that. This was very like, I have a very like OCD brain of like, if I don't think we can be together, like if we're not going to get married, I'm like, what's the point of all of it? Which I guess is immature. I don't know.
No, like your relationships before, I guess your wife. What was like the longest one you'd ever been in, or would they usually be just like those 5 month or 6 month?
Yeah, it'd be like on and off through like college and stuff like that. Like nothing ever real serious. Yeah, it was just.
But that's me, and I hate that people go, "That's a red flag if you've never been in a serious relationship." I'm like, well, how about I don't stick around if I don't see it going somewhere?
Well, yes, that's like I just know what I want, and it's like why.
Yeah,
because I've had so many friends. Like looking back, as you get older, you get a little more wisdom too. Of like, I'd have friends who were like 21, be like, "This is the one" or whatever. And I look back, I'm like, "We were what? It's like the crazy. What are you talking about? Like, there was no shot that was ever going to work. But you were with them for 4 years or 5 years, and it was like this kind of thing of like, I don't know. It just seems so much. Such a, I don't want to say waste because I guess you grow and learn as a person of what you want and whatever, but it's like such a large investment for like not a huge payoff.
Yeah, it's hard when you're that young. Yeah. I remember watching people like on my basketball team in college, like keep this boyfriend from back home for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And the whole time I was like, look, not to be a pessimist, but like, if this doesn't work out, you just spent all college just with this one dude that's not even around.
Who's like you see once every 2 months or whatever, 6 weeks.
Yeah, like I was just like, I could never.
That was wacky to me too.
But also, it's like because I had them mentality, I was like, we're young, we're da da da. And it's funny that now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, you actually need to like try to meet someone. Like,
you need to exactly.
If you really want to meet someone and have kids, there's a clock.
Yes,
yeah, I gotta actually focus a little.
Sure.
That's why I started the show, to make me try. I just quit the show. I just quit everything.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. Cut these cameras.
We're done. We're gonna go back to comedy. Real quick, I am curious. Did you since your girl is also not from the U.S., did you do the whole like ask for permission before proposing?
Not really. A little bit. Her dad was in town before we did it, and for like there's a lot of red tape with other countries and like visa stuff. So it was kind of like a very spur of the moment thing while she was here. Of like, fuck it, let's just kind of like she came to visit, and then we're like, fuck it, let's just kind of fucking go get married type thing.
Oh, all right. Because you really got a down ass bitch. I didn't know she put up the money for your studio.
Yeah, we got real fucking lot, and then we actually haven't paid her back yet. And then we just talked about it on our podcast. She was like, because she never had a U.S. bank account, like up until, and then she was trying to open. It's just like there was a lot of red tape because like her passport was a different name than her green card, it was just like all very fucked up. So she finally got it open, and then she's like, and I kept being like, yeah, we'll pay you back. Well, there's nowhere to put the money. I'm not going to send it to Germany. You know what I mean? And she's like, all right, well, my account's open. I'm like, fuck. All right. So we'll figure that out next month.
So check out tour dates.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody,
Patreon.com.
Support.
Oh, yeah. She was.
But that's a real investment in your partner.
No, it was fair. I mean, that was crazy. Like I was gonna get it from my buddy who's a loan shark. He was gonna give me the money because we needed $10,000 to start it, to get the studio and build it out and everything. And she was just like, she has savings from her grandparents when they passed away, and she was like, "Damn, just take the savings." I'm like, this might not work. I'm like, I think it will, but it could very well not work, and then we're also fucked because that's all the money we have.
Yeah, and I don't know if I would advise women to give money before married. But
we were married at this time.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. No, this was like 18 months ago or whatever. We got married right before the pandemic. We got married in February before the pandemic.
Okay, but it is a very like what's mine is yours.
Sure.
And basically, it's like, hey, if this does pay out, I'm married to you, so I am reaping.
Yeah,
the
she's
benefits.
chilling now. We're doing pretty well. She's fucking chilling.
So if anything,
she's got a good gig. It was a great investment. I mean, it paid off like 100 times or whatever. You know what I mean? It was a real Gary V investment. She did all right.
If I did that, I'd be like, I'm never offering to pay on date night for a while.
Yeah. Oh no, she threw it in my face a handful of times. Just which like I would want to do. But I'm like also like. That's the kind of person I want to be with to be like, oh, yeah, well, she's like, that's technically my studio. And I'm like, fuck, you're right. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. There's a couple questions I'd like to ask.
Sure.
People have some fun. All right. One thing is if you could make a dating rule for women, what rule would you come up with?
Wait. In the sense of like, you guys have to do or say something? Or like,
just like a general rule. So one is like, there's some people out there, I don't advise this, that are very like, never initiate anything. Don't initiate the text, the ask out, the blah blah. Like very like let men come to you as a rule, which we think is bullshit.
Yeah.
But what would be a rule?
A rule
from your days of dating?
I don't know. See, like I am also very kind of like even if it's cheesy, like kind of not forward, but like upfront of like what I'm looking for. They'd be like, hey, do you want to go? I guess I would ask earlier. So like. I would only end up matched with or like talking to like women who were also kind of shooting their shot a little bit or like upfront of being like I never really got involved with people playing games, if that makes sense, because I was just like, oh yeah, I don't have time for this. So like I feel like every girl, I don't know. That's good.
So it sounds like it would be like if you ask a girl out, telling them to be direct back. Even if
just more direct. And I think I just by, I guess, my natural vetting process or how I felt, I would deal with women who were just more direct or at least open to me being direct and stuff. Not that I was like, let's, you know what I mean? But just, they're like, oh, I don't know. Because I have, I think most people probably have relatively low self-esteem of some sort or self-consciousness where I'd be like, say, hey, do you want to go out? And they'd be like, I'm not sure, whatever. I go, well, that's a no. Because if you wanted to, you would have said yes. So I go, I'll see you later. Then I go like, I'm not. Or, if, any other kind of wish-washiness, I would just pull back.
Well, this is the thing I think a lot of women don't realize because they're often told, don't initiate. It looks desperate or blah, blah. The men likes the chase, right?
It's 2022. What are we doing here?
Well, most of my guy friends are like, I feel like I shoot that shot one time and they don't seem that receptive to it. They're like, I back the fuck off.
Yeah. I just go, all right, well, that's done.
What am I going to like back this woman down into a corner?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to work. Like, post me too. I'm like, yeah, fucking.
Yeah,
can't be too.
That's that. Yeah, just be if that's what you want. I guess if you don't want it, but like, yeah, just be more direct or a little more open and honest. I think the whole world could get a little more open and honest with everybody. I've learned as I gotten older of just being like, I communicate very well with my wife. Of just like, this is bothering me. Like we have like we don't fight that much because it's very like, I will lose it. I have a temper and stuff like that, and I'll go like, oh, I'm not mad about that. I'm mad about. Work or fuck, whatever the fuck it is.
Funny, I actually had a question I wrote down. I was curious.
Sure.
People that are in long relationships, what is like the recurring fight that you have with your partner?
It's mainly me. I have like bad, I have bad anxiety and like OCD, and so like leaving the apartment. Right, say we're going. It's going to happen Thanksgiving morning when we drive to my mom's house.
Okay.
I have like bad. I want to get out of the house like right away for some reason. Like if I'm like, what time we leaving? Let's leave at 12, right? I'm like, let's leave at 12. In my head, if we're not out of the door at 12, we've lost for some reason. Like it's a race.
Okay.
'Cause my dad was a lunatic, so it was like it was a lot of yelling and screaming and throwing of things. But whatever reason, it's like, and time's like a big thing. So I'm like, let's leave at 12. So at 11, I'm like, did you get in the shower yet? Like, and it's like, I'm like making a pipe bomb in the apartment by like, I'm at like. There's also no deadline. Like, if I show up to my mom's house at 2 or 2:09, there's no difference.
Okay.
But in my head, it's like we've lost for some reason. I don't know.
I feel like there's a common male complaint. It's just more the waiting to get ready.
It's not even that. And then I just get I'll get real tense and real snippy and real short. And then she'll just usually laugh, which makes me even more mad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fucking funny. It's every time we're doing it. I'm like... And then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, well, this is not the person I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hilarious.
But it's also, yeah, that's like the biggest. It's time. Yeah, it's a time thing. She's like they're European, so it's like, whatever, we'll go, we'll not go. It's like, you know, I wish you'd be a little more German in the sense of like, it's 12, we got to be there at 11:59, and you know, like, very staunch time, but it's not. It's yeah, but I don't want it to be that cliche thing of like she takes forever to get ready. Like I fucking hate that, and I have like. As a comic, I don't want to be the guy who's like, my fucking pain in the dick wife, she made me wear this shirt, or like all that shit. I hate that. It's so fucking hacky and corny.
Yep.
So I try not to do it. Like, I have one joke where like I shit on her, but I preface it with like, I'm not that guy. I'm like, my wife's great. This is the one flaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The one flaw.
She's a dumb bitch. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Well, other one I wanted to ask you real quick before we do some TikToks.
Sure.
What is something you wish women knew about men? Or any like misconceptions you feel like people usually have?
About men. That we're all scared. There's like 9 dudes who are confident of like, what's up? You know, and it's like everybody's scared. Nobody wants to say hi to you. We're all afraid of rejection. You're afraid. We're afraid. What are we doing here? Just like, let's all just be honest. We're all shitting ourselves. How insane is it to go talk to somebody? Oh, you want to go out? No, I'll go fucking put a gun in my mouth. Like it's the worst. It's so bad.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I was guessing you were probably going to say that, but I was like, I can't preface it with, would it be that you lack confidence?
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, I mean, like, it's an insane. Everybody, guys and girls or whatever. Everybody puts themselves out there, and it's like it's so weird because we all know what it feels like. Everybody's been rejected, and it fucking sucks. And then like. We also, when we see someone else doing it, we don't have any compassion or sympathy for. We're like, ew, you're gross. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I tell women to ask a man out at least once.
Yeah,
it'll make you a little more.
Yeah, it'll make you a little more aware of the process.
Yeah, but it's the thing I try to say to myself. If I'm in real life and there's like someone I'm like, oh, they're cute, or maybe I want to talk to them. I always like just repeat to myself. I'm like, hey, this is a flattering thing.
Yes.
Even if they're not into it, it's still flattering.
100%.
And most people go out in the world going, oh, maybe I'll talk to somebody.
Yes.
Especially in a bar. So I'm always like, fucking, Erica, it's flattering.
Yes.
Even if it's a no.
Of course.
Flattering.
Yes. Yeah.
You made that person's night. He'll go home to his wife. Like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. There's some girl at the bar.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. But, ooh. All right. I think we only have time for a couple. All right, let's do this, which was the pickle jar one I really wanted to do here. So I'll play this little TikTok.
Remember that guys want to open the pickle jar. You know, like metaphorically, we want to be of service. We want to be helpful and feel needed. And this is why I have a problem with that statement. If he wanted to, he would. I don't think the problem is that he doesn't want to. I just think a lot of times he has no idea what you want him to do in the first place and how to do it. So don't be afraid to give him some hints. I know it's not as romantic, but it'll go a lot further that way.
All right. What are your thoughts on this?
I love that. This guy's my new best friend, for sure. This guy's fucking awesome. Yeah, of course. That goes back to like I wouldn't even give them hints. Just say, open the pickle jar. Do this for me.
Yeah.
That way the guy goes, we want to be wanted, right? I would love to do that. Let's go.
Want to be needed.
Yeah, you want to be needed. So you go like, yes, I will do whatever, open the proverbial pickle jar for you, and I'll feel good. I'll treat you better. We'll be happier together.
Okay.
Openness.
Because that's the theory this comes for. It literally tells women, like the pickle jar theory is literally being like, little tasks. They go, give it to them.
Yeah.
Just give it to them.
We walk out of the kitchen like fucking, you know what I mean, with our shoulders chogging. We finally feel like a man, not the scared little boy that we are. I'm going to cry after this.
Did your wife not let you open the pickle jar, Kevin? Did she not
She got those big German hands.
Okay.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, but that at the end of the day is communication. That's tell them, say what you want so they can fulfill you.
Okay.
Fulfill it or whatever.
All right. I'm curious on this one. Do the bringing significant other one. I'm very curious how you feel about this, especially being married. I wonder if this is different, but
For dinner.
Okay, so
For our-
you can pause
our
it real
girls-
quick. All right, so the first thing it says is you have dinner plans with that friend who always brings her boyfriend.
Sure.
Okay? Then someone stitches it with some advice.
Date. Justin's joining. Okay.
What is a hill that you will absolutely die defending? Being in a relationship does not entitle you to bring your partner to every single social interaction that you are invited to. And showing up with your partner without asking permission from the people that you've already made plans with is incredibly disrespectful and rude. Just say that you don't value time with your friends.
For dinner.
Oh, okay. All
Well,
right.
I could. Yeah, I mean, these are all home runs. I couldn't agree with that more.
So even married, you're like,
Oh, I don't take my wife anywhere. Ever. No, I'm kidding. No, it's very, I agree with that. Like, if you make plans with your friends aren't necessarily friends with the significant other.
and even if they like them
even if they like them, it's like, this isn't
all the time.
This isn't what we decided to do.
Yes.
And we have, you know, so like me and my friends, we have like are we bringing the girls? Are we bringing the ladies? Let's go out to dinner with the ladies. No, this is just
Yes.
the team. This is the boys. This is the whatever. And you go, okay, that's, you know, that's the way it should be. That's
Yeah.
I would never, unless it's like a very, dinner is great. You can't do it at dinner.
Of what? Not bring them?
You can't just randomly bring them
Oh,
to
a
dinner.
random. Yeah.
A bar or something. If it's like a big group
Yeah,
hang,
they stop by later.
yeah, hey,
different.
they're gonna stop by after they whatever for a drink. I'm fine with that. But like,
Yeah.
because I can be like, oh, you guys stand over there. I'll go talk to these people over here. But like,
Right.
you can't make your friends sit at a table with your significant other, especially if they're the only one. It's also, if you're bringing your boyfriend's the only dude at a table full of
Sucks.
girls. It's like, he fucking stinks. He's the worst. He doesn't have friends. Anybody with any other option would be doing that, not sitting there trying to have a conversation with 5 girls.
Yeah. I know, and there's always people like this though, and it's something that I don't know if like this is me being like a bitter single that I'm overly sensitive to it, of like being like so annoyed at the person that always
Sure.
brings the partner, but it's like, no, I still think I'm right. I don't care if it
No,
even
you're
comes
right.
from
You're
a bitter
right.
place, because mainly for me it's like, this is my friend too, even if I loved your boyfriend, right? But I'm like, I want to have a conversation with my friend without you there.
Yeah,
Also,
of course.
there's some shit I want. Even if she goes and tells you later, I know you're not really listening. I don't really care. But like, I hate you're trying to like talk to someone about something, and they're like,
Well, it's a
let me
different
see what
person.
my boyfriend thinks.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not talking to your boyfriend. I'm talking to you.
Of course, because that got that, you know, the girl like your friend
Yeah.
is a different, will answer any question differently next to her significant other.
Always. And unless I was like, give me a man's opinion.
Yeah.
Ask your man. It's like, dude, just fucking.
Yeah, nobody gives a, because like if I'm sitting there with my wife, like I'm pretty wide open in the sense of like I'll say whatever the fuck to her. Like we're comics at the end of the day. But it's also like I'm just gonna be 15% reeled in sitting next to her.
Right.
So my friend's like, look at the tits on the girl at the bar over there. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? My wife's here. Like, wait till she goes to the bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know if we have one. Okay, all right. I have a question. Do the platonic friends one real quick, and then we'll wrap up. So,
Guys have platonic girl best friends and vice versa.
He couldn't be more right. But let's get into it because I'm sure people are going to argue. I don't like to speak in totalities, so I'll say that sure, there's a chance that there are platonic male-female relationships out there. But they are rare. Very, very rare. And most likely it's because he's not attracted to you. Not trying to be rude. But here's what I don't think women understand, because this is what I hear whenever this is brought up, is I've never gave him any reason to think that he could ever be with me. He knows that I'm only his friend, things like that. Men will hang on to a 0.1% chance that one day when you're lonely, it'll happen. And maybe that's gross, but I'm being honest with you. And
All right.
women will
You
say,
can pause.
I'll ask him.
all right. First of all, what do you think? Platonic friendships, can they be?
I
agree with him. It's rare.
I agree with him. It's rare. I think there are some extenuating circumstances in the sense of like, if you grew up to get like, I think if you meet at 22,
Yeah. Tough.
coworkers, I'll give you. But like that should be like, hey, we all go out to happy hour and like we'll text or not like you shouldn't be hanging out. You know, like that.
It's the one-on-one hang. I think
the one-on-one
that
hang
people
is
get,
wild.
which I have a couple guy friends I do that with, but it's very rare. And through my years, I originally really did not agree with this, especially in college.
Sure.
But then literally throughout college, 90% of the guys that I was like, oh, this is my guy friend, eventually there'd be a night, something
course.
happens, a move's made, and then I would be like, and I never forget the last one it happened with. I was like, oh man, you too?
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh fucking, I guess
I got
I'm
no
wrong.
guy friends.
Right.
Yeah, I do think, like we grew up with, like me and my friends grew, like from like childhood, grew up with like a group of, like the girls when we were like in elementary school, all went to the same junior high, same high school, you know, and there was some like dating or whatever, like in it, but it was like, we were groups of people. And like, I'm still in touch with, you know, 2 or 3, like still friends with 2 or 3, like married, I'm friends with their husbands and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's meeting is like a teenager or college or after that. I would say no.
Yeah.
That guy is trying to hook up with the girl.
Yeah. Or like you said, if there's a chance, he'll take it.
100%.
So even if he's not actively trying.
100%.
He's around.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's very, very, very rare.
Do you agree with usually the factor is just, is the guy attracted to the woman?
Sorry, so from the woman's standpoint or the men's?
So like the whole like platonic doesn't exist. He's saying that is true because, or it's only true that you can be platonic friends if the man is not attracted to the woman.
Yes. I would say
because
that.
I do agree with that, and
I agree with that.
I've seen the platonic friendships where I knew the woman always had a thing for the guy, and
Well,
the guy's truly clueless.
100%.
But that platonic friendship works. It weirdly works
Yeah,
because
but
the girl
she's
never
devastated.
makes the move.
Yeah, but and she's. I mean, but she's fucking,
punishing herself. The
Yeah,
whole
she's
time.
Yeah.
I'm not advising her to do it, but like when I like, you know, you can always tell.
That may 100%. You're like. I remember like meeting like friends in college that like grew up wherever else, and they'd like their friend, they'd be like, "Oh, my friend Tiffany's coming down," and you would just like, "Oh, we're best friends," and then like you would see them together. I'm like, "Oh, dude, she's in love." Like, she's, you know, even just from a very superficial standpoint, like he was like a very good looking guy, and her not so much. And I'm like, she's coming to see you on the weekend.
She's driving how many hours?
She's
leaving her own college.
Yeah, she's leaving her own college.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? How do you not see this? But I do think, like he said, if the woman does give the guy like a 1% chance,
a little bit of that flirt.
it's like stand up. Like people, you become delusional and create your own story of what you think's going to, you know what I mean?
For
Like, well, this happened and they said that. And it's like, yeah, but you're looking at things they said and not necessarily the things they didn't say, or you're choosing the evidence to support your narrative.
No, I get it. I agree. I've only seen this work like maybe twice in my life. And one was actually that girl that always was after that guy. And then she became a dentist.
Okay.
And I'm not saying
I'm not saying they're correlated.
I'm not saying this guy's a gold digger, but let me tell you, rare you see a guy that is.
Sure.
But I was kind of like, funny how, you know, get that doctor degree, and now they're living together in some beautiful house somewhere.
Wow.
So good for him.
Doesn't work though, as a rule of thumb.
I've maybe seen it twice. And and this is sad, a lot of times if it's the vice
But
versa.
women don't get that, right?
What do you mean?
As a whole?
Like
they think
I'm
that's
in the friend
platonic
zone?
friends. No.
Oh, that we truly think this is a platonic friend?
Yeah, like if
lot of
that a
women
guy's
do.
not going to hook up with you if he has the chance.
A lot of them think
if
no.
they walked out of the bar, she handed him his phone and was like, "Enter your address." He'd be like, "What are you doing?" Well, I don't know. I'll add 2 stops, one for you to make sure you get home. So, like that's They have to. They don't realize that because they don't understand the animals that we truly are.
Yeah, this past week I proved this to be true.
Exactly.
I just was like, this guy.
Oh, hey, come out. We're having a good time. It's a celebration as friends.
Even then,
now
I was
we're not
like,
friends.
I don't even know if I felt a flirty vibe. I just was like, well, let me see.
Sure, of
I'm
course.
like, I don't live in this town.
Yeah, who cares?
Let's just try. You know, I fall in my face. Who cares?
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
that's great though. That guy put it very well.
Yeah, I think so. It was all eloquent talks. Usually we hate some of these, but we nailed it.
They were both very good.
Fonzie agrees. We failed them. We nailed them. So submit your TikToks. You want to submit any for us to discuss on the show? DM us at Shooters Gotta Shoot Pod. You could email us, but I don't know. Or you could send it on TikTok. We are on TikTok. Look us up. Shooters Gotta Shoot Pod. Message me there. And guys, follow Kevin if you're not following already at Kevin Ryan Comedy. He's touring all over.
Yep.
And if you don't listen to his pod, it's great. It's a great time. Hilarious.
you.
A lot of fun. And they also take submissions. So check it out. Are You Garbage? YouTube, whatever. Wherever you listen, watch podcasts.
Yes.
Thank you so much again for
Thank
coming on.
you for having me. This was great.
Awesome. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.